Hello and welcome again to the winners for the start of the finals for 1979. Well, the preliminaries have been dispensed with and we've arrived at the top 5 teams for the season. The top qualifiers, Carlton, had a rest while the other 4 teams survival in the competition. In the program this week we have the highlights of the 2 finals. The qualifying final, which attracted second and third teams, North Melbourne and Collingwood. Between 4th and 5th teams, Fitzroy and Essendon, both novices in finals pressure. And we speak with the quiet, unobtrusive Fitzroy coach Bill Stephen, who perhaps had a score to settle against Essendon, who dumped him. And our regular features later in the program of Mark of the Day and Goal of the Day. And later we announce details of our viewers competition, where you have the chance to see this year's VFL Grand Final no matter where you live in Australia. We'll be showing some of the highlights of the season with 12 of the best marks and 12 of the best goals of the year, and we're asking you to pick the best of them for a trip to the Grand Final. So have your pens and papers ready and poised a little bit later in the program for a chance to come to Melbourne from wherever in Australia to see the Grand Final. But now to the finals action, and the major game between North Melbourne and Collingwood at the MCG was a ripper. The teams who had played that thrilling draw in the Grand Final 2 years ago had hit form at the right time of the season. Both had won their last 4 matches in succession, having their supporters believe that this was the year for them. And the supporters were there to the tune of 84,000 to see who would play Carlton in next week's second semi-final. We joined commentators Peter Booth, Tim Lane and Jeff Leake 7 minutes into the second quarter.
Pretty game bouncing it there, then thumps the ball in towards Davis behind the pack. Davis up, no Sutton, a bit of judgment. King comes through, chance here for Davis again, and he has been caught. And the free kick going to David Dench, the former North Melbourne skipper. Collingwood 5, Melbourne 4-3-27. Dench now does it well. Up towards Dempsey and Moore. Dempsey palms it on, but it goes to Morris. He'll want some support. Now he looks this way, that way. Eventually gets a call from Carlton. It goes through, caught by Carlton, but not retarded enough. Picked up by Bryant. Gets it away up towards Dempsey, who tries to knock it on. He does. Picked up by Tanner. Tanner's kick up towards Easton. He's in the middle of the pack. Punched away by McCormack. It goes to Easton. Easton looks for support. Yes, he can't find it. Falls to ground. Magro is there, and that could be out on the... deliberately, though, umpire Smith says no. There's a bit of a box on, again behind play. Casson and Worthington. The goal umpire comes out.
Free kick.
And he's going to give a free kick. Now it's going to be a throw-in.
Gee, the tempers are really at stretching point at the moment. Murphy with a shot over his shoulder, in towards full forward. This is Worthington now trying to take the ball with him on the boundary line. And eventually it's kicked out between the back pocket and the half-back flank. Collingwood leading by 11 points.
Half-forward flank for North Melbourne. Glenn Denning running on the ball, doing the ruck work, and in fact probably just doing it because the ball's on the half-forward line. Now Weir out, and he's had a few chances today to show his explosive pace. Beautiful pass, looking for Carlson, and he can run with the ball if he likes. Looking for King now on half-forward. Can line them up. Oh, bad luck for King. Looks for Edwards. But Edwards not desperate enough there. And Sutton boots North Melbourne out of trouble to centre wing. The ball close to the line.
There's been a switch. They've moved Dench onto Kink in this last couple of minutes.
True centre wing. Morris having to ruck for Collingwood, but more late on the scene. Oh, what a perfect knock to Weir now. Gets a lead from Davis. Too far. Now Stewart to Davis. Missed. Oh, Collingwood supporters holding their breath. They're 9th behind from 14 scoring shots, and they lead by 12 points, as they did at quarter time, 10 minutes into the term.
Sutton to Melrose. Schimmelbusch gave somebody a shove out, but the marks paid to Melrose. He goes on with play. Up towards the wing. Picked up by Picken. Glendenning late on the scene. Picken gets a push in the back. He's played extremely well on Glendenning today, and he gets the free kick. Kick number 8 for Picken. Collingwood 39, North Melbourne 27 in the sensational second quarter. Up towards Brewer, but the mark is taken by Dempsey for mark number 5. Gives it across towards Zick. He's in trouble. Eventually finds Law. Law the hand pass out wide. It'll eventually end up with Schimmelbusch. Schimmelbusch now as he finds Bryant in towards centre half forward. Collingwood in front, and it's McCormack to take the saving mark at centre half back.
McCormack takes it from him, and then a long handball to Ray Shaw. Then Carlson gives him the lead, and he just chips it across to him. And Boyce was wrong-footed then, went the wrong way. Carlson taking his time. Kink on the inner side of the flank. Faded the handball, then goes for Kink. But Dent's knocked it away from him. Kink with better balance, and then struggles to try and pick it up. Wearmouth's been a wonderful rover. Carlson nips in. Carlson's kicked off the side of his boot, but it's McCann leading Stewart at this stage. McCann are on that back flank. A long kick round to the wing. Schimmelbusch again. It's Schimmelbusch and Byrne, and Schimmelbusch the winner. Kicks the ball back. Brewer grabs it. Morris rather. He's brought the ground on a good tackle on him. Struggling passage of play. Players frightened to make mistakes as Moore playing a kick behind takes the ball with a 30-metre handball out to his wingman and Byrne. Finds Dreyer. Dreyer to centre half forward. Edwards is covered now, and report incident seems to have affected his play. North Melbourne recover well into the centre.
Dempsey it was, but Shaw plays for the free kick and gets it. Casson, the offending player. 15 metres against Casson, who has been in the wars in this second quarter. Now Shaw runs on. Intelligent play by the Collingwood skipper. Into full forward. He's put it through. Oh, what an inspiring goal by Ray Shaw. Collingwood 45 lead North Melbourne 27 by 18 points at the 12-minute mark of the second quarter.
Shots to 7 on the board. A handy lead midway through this second term. Goes to Ebert. There's going to be a free kick. Dempsey on the attacking side of the circle, just marginally, as you can see. Oh, shocker. A real shocker. Out to the flank. Tanner looks a little bit lethargic out there. McCormack and Tanner. Oh, McCormack. Nearly in danger, but not quite. Knocked away. McCormack again still following the ball. Murphy goes in, and the ball is out of bounds and worked nicely away by the Magpie defence.
They're giving nothing away, Collingwood. They've given plenty away, actually, as far as the physical stuff is concerned. But North have come back. Well, against Malcolm Blight for that, for Moore just stretching up and taking the ball with both his hands, and a long kick towards the forward pocket. There's Kink, who switched flanks now, has gone out into that practice wicket area. It's very sloppy there. In towards Davis. And as usual, Sutton punched the ball away from him. This time it's out of play. Collingwood 6-9 and North Melbourne's 4-3.
Danger again for the North defence. Dempsey, but straight to Brewer. Nice little Wearmouth. He has to go the long way round, but he can line up the sticks. Out on the full. And Wearmouth has kicked 2 goals for Collingwood, but he's missed on 3 occasions where he had not 2 difficult shots. 14 minutes down second term. Collingwood by 3 goals. And McCann it is to take the free kick in the last line of defence for North. And who would have expected this? Collingwood right on top halfway through the second quarter. McCann, Dempsey intelligently knocking it to the back, but Shaw, who's been a great fighter on the wing after a bad start. Henshaw takes it over the line. And a throw in, still in Collingwood's attacking zone, left half forward flank.
About 60-odd metres away from Collingwood's goal. Dempsey goes down to Collingwood's Morris. He can't get a kick in. He'll get a free kick anyway. Put himself in front. The Magpies lead by 3 goals in this qualifying final. This will be Morris's 7th kick. He's a fair way out. Stewart dropping back, and so is Dempsey to try and nullify the marking power. It's going to drop a bit short. Dempsey's got his name on. Oh, straight through his hands. But he got his fingers to it, and it's a behind. And Collingwood lead by 19 points.
North Melbourne making far too many fundamental errors, as Ron Barassi told them at quarter time when he tried to rev them up. Good kick by Sutton though, but Carlson in front of his man, but knocked away eventually by Boys, picked up by Olsen and a chippy towards half forward, and Kink. Now he's really lifted his game. He was too strong for John Law, now he's too strong for David Dench. That's how good this man is, who's found his top form at the right end of the season.
Well, Sutton might be the next best bet.
This is his 9th kick for Renee Kink. He's so strong. Marks well, he's pacey, and when you carry 16 stone at even time across the ground, look out opposition. Kink kicked 1 goal in the first quarter. It was a good one too. And Collingwood leading now by 19 points. And there you are, that's the enigma goal of Renee Kink.
They've certainly squandered some opportunities.
McCann, Dempsey and Moore. This will be interesting. They both go the punch. Ick under pressure. Now Boys put himself under a lot of pressure then. Brewer, who's been a good player for Collingwood, a bit of a surprise packet to some. Carlson takes the free kick. Centre wing. Oh, and still the scuffling and elbows and backhanders go on. Carlson, the short one to Olsen. And he's on the half-forward flank, 55 metres from goal. Wobbling punt kick, another one well astray, and yet another behind the Collingwood, who lead by 20 points. They've kicked 6 goals, 11 to North's comparatively paltry 4 goals, 3.
Out to Dempsey. More on the mark, no one going past. Now this springboard of attack for North Melbourne isn't happening today with this chain of handball from back pocket right up the ground. It hasn't happened, I don't think, once. Brewer really putting himself in. Wearmouth, Schimmelbusch, still playing at Schimmelbusch. Well, no, it's going to be a ball up. I thought he might have done enough to earn a free kick then. Collingwood 17 shots to 7, and they've missed about 6 others. Collingwood, they should be more in front by the way they've played in general play. Boys, who's trying to lift North Melbourne. Wearmouth out to Dreyer, and now North Melbourne under pressure again. Kick, no one's marked this time, goes out towards Carlson. He swings onto his left boot. Davis has got his name on it. Oh, he upset by Stewart, picked up by Shaw. Shaw fires and misses again for Collingwood.
Danger man is Ron Wearmouth. He's the most effective rover on the ground, getting more kicks. North Melbourne's 2 in Casson, who's obviously shaken by that injury, that whack from Magro. And Melrose are not doing too well as Sutton kicks the ball out towards an outer flank looking for Dempsey, but more in front of him. Not a mark, may have been a free kick, and Schimmelbusch, by geez, a try, great competitor, down the centre half forward. It's found its way through the pack. McCormack and Casson came in. Here's Dench now, 30 metres out onto his left boot. Easton's hopeless at full forward. Casson picks up, driven through for his 3rd goal, and a courageous piece of play by Casson.
We played 20 minutes in the second quarter. Collingwood 48, North Melbourne 33 after that goal from Casson. Glendinning will have to lift his game, but they're under too much pressure, North Melbourne. And here's a familiar sight. Wearmouth up towards Kink again, and he's got it. On to Wearmouth, yes, or Daisy Cutter, an open goal, and he's put it through. It's a goal to Collingwood. Wearmouth's 3rd. 6 minutes in the second quarter. In the third quarter, rather. Collingwood 61, North Melbourne 53. Moore this time to Morris. He wants support. No, he goes on his wrong foot. Up Henshaw. Good mark in front of Ray Shaw. Henshaw at centre half back. North looking for the hand pass. Now they're trying to break it up now. Henshaw does it nicely. Now towards Glendinning. Picken is there too. Gets in front and takes a good mark. And he's absolutely killed Glendinning so far today. 11th kick to Picken. Into centre half forward. Punch down. It goes down towards Olsen. Quick to get his boot to it. Out to no man's land. A chance for Morris. Henshaw is there. Henshaw picks it up nicely. Around the members' wing, Casson. And Casson takes the mark in front of Wearmouth.
And the two flaxen-haired Rovers who have been stars for their sides. They've both kicked 3 goals. And Casson comes out on top. His 10th kick is a long spiral punt to half forward. Dempsey and Moore again. Now Bryant for North Melbourne, but he's swamped. Now Glendenning. He hasn't given up fighting, but he just can't take a trick for his side. Gives away a free kick, and he looks, a picture of abject misery at the moment. Dreyer over the centre line. Brewer front position for Collingwood. Oh, good mark, Brewer. Great mark in front of the pack. And he's been a useful player on the half-forward line. He's just forward of centre wing. And gets a 15-metre penalty too, as Law wouldn't come back on the mark. Brewer looking to run on, but cleverly done, Law. Now Brewer gives the short one on to Carlson. Out wide to Olsen. Left foot in short. Finds Davis, who can line them up from 30 metres out. He's kicked 6 straight behinds, which is most un-Craig Davis-like. Normally pretty deadly around the sticks. And you've got a good shot of what he's aiming at. And he, like Glendenning at the other end, is playing without confidence. That's his 7th behind, and Collingwood's 20th. 7:20.62, plays 8:5.53, 8 minutes into the 3rd quarter.
27 shots to 13. Sutton. Morris, and I thought Dempsey was being held for a moment there too. McCann. Moore closing in. Support nicely from Tanner. To nobody at all. Vacant block of land there. Hand pass on. Ebert ran out of space. And very slippery out there near the practice wicket area. Collingwood led by 12 points at quarter time, by 18 points at half time. And during the 2nd quarter, Edwards and Magro were both reported for Collingwood for striking. Easton punched down by Worthington. Out to Ireland, but Ireland's been fairly quiet today. But then again, the North Melbourne half-forward line hasn't been all that explosive. A lot of pressure exerted by Collingwood today. As you can see by the scoreboard, 27 shots to 13. Casson's kicked 3 goals. Glendenning shepherding through, and it's through for a goal. That's his 4th.
10 minutes into the 3rd term. Collingwood now by only 3 points. Dempsey and Moore nullify one another, and Olsen gets it out of the centre to half forward. Kick and Ick. Oh, kick! There's the genius again. He was unstoppable in the 2nd quarter for Collingwood. 6th mark. And he could score from here. A lot of players couldn't. He's 60 metres out. Tries to kick the cover off it. But swinging back, Stewart interferes with an opponent, and Dench, who was moved to the forward line in the 2nd quarter, comes out of it with a free kick. No, it's not going to Dench. It's going to Sutton. Literally the last line of defence. He kicks to half-back. Moore and Dempsey, the 2 big fellows. Oh, that's Brownlow medal form. 9th mark to Dempsey, and what a gem it was. Up to the wing, looking for Bryant. Worthington, no, too much toe there for Easton, who's been a very quiet player. Olsen, good mark. A long way out on the half-forward flank. Moving it on to Moore, who should mark this, and does. And the former full forward used to kick them from here. 50 metres out. 20 metres.
Sorry, Tim Banks warming up. Wouldn't be surprised to see Davis go off the ground for Collingwood.
Moore. Difficult angle, difficult shot, and he opts not to go for it. Gives it to Carlson. Oh, put him under all sorts of pressure. Smothered off the boot, and a throw in. And North showing all their old coolness under pressure in this 3rd quarter.
In Collingwood's forward pocket, Dempsey and Moore. Moore over the back to Shaw. He'll get a free kick. No, he's playing for it. Still burrowing through. Out wide to Olsen. He fires and misses again for Collingwood. And Olsen's kicked his fair share of behinds today. It's about his 3rd. Collingwood 63, North Melbourne 59. There's Banks ready to come on.
Sutton. Dempsey and Moore. And now Boys along centre wing. Easton with the chance this time to earn one of his few kicks. Good mark. To centre half forward. Nicely done, Ireland. In fact, it was McCormick. And a 15-metre penalty too, because the ball wasn't returned. McCormick keen to run on. Now Davis off the ground, and Banks on for Collingwood. So their star full forward, who was under a cloud, has kicked plenty of behind, so had some grabs, but off the field. Weir out. He's been a man who can find the big opening. He's kicked 3 goals. Didn't go the hand pass, goes long, kinks the danger man. Little nudge there. Out of bounds for a throw-in, right forward pocket for Collingwood. 13 minutes gone in the quarter, and the Woods lead by 4 points.
Dempsey, Edwards, Stewart, hand pass out towards King, puts his frame in, but it's going to be a North Melbourne free kick. Dempsey. Collingwood 7-21, North Melbourne 9-5. Moore, who's playing a kick behind the game. Tanner. Carlson, Tanner caught. Carlson's been a bit of a surprise packet. Oh, there's a million of them there. Morris. A ton of time to steady. Foxes. Oh, Schindler, she's stolen it. Oh, there's 4 of them there, and Schindler took it away. He's played a brilliant game on the Murphy. A loose man there. Oh, McCormack came out. White comes in. Oh, McCormack over the top, and he's given away a free kick. And a golden opportunity missed by Collingwood. Up towards Bryant, and he's marked in the forward pocket for North Melbourne. The pressure of finals football. You can't afford to make one mistake. Relax for a second. Oh, it's a beautiful goal. It's a magnificent goal by Kevin Bryant. And North Melbourne in front.
Collingwood have frittered away a 3-goal lead. In fact, it was even greater than that. 15 minutes into the third quarter. North Melbourne leading 65-63. Melrose, strong play. Very strong play to half forward. Easton knocking it, looking for Casson, but Blight got in the way. Now it comes from Murphy to Casson. He can line them up, could not miss. And North Melbourne lead by 8 points. Casson's 5th goal.
Umpire Della. Dempsey's taken them apart at the centre bounces today. Knock on by Melrose. Now the ball's starting to go for them. Bryant up towards Glendenning. Picken is there, offering stern resistance. Oh, and Glendenning lifted the elbow. And Picken into the sign there with the field umpires, but it's out of bounds in North Melbourne's forward pocket. They're looking at different combination now. Moore, nicely on to shore. That was good ruck and roving work from Collingwood. Up towards Brewer and Law. McCann is there. Edwards has stopped to a walk since he was reported in the second quarter. Well played by McCann. Gets a call from Melrose. Melrose doubles back the wrong way. Into centre half forward. His target is Dempsey. And oh, he hasn't let him down either. Beautiful mark by Gary Dempsey, 10th mark. Plays on. Oh, into the man on the mark, Dreyer. Oh, bad mistake. And Dempsey's going to get a free kick back behind play. Morris shepherded, and Dempsey staged for it and will get it. He's been staging for 15-metre penalties all day. And the umpire hasn't fallen for it, but he fell for it on that occasion. Dempsey now into the goal square. McCormack goes up and takes the mark for Collingwood. No, there's a 15-metre penalty. It's got to go back, and Dempsey is 15 metres closer to goal.
Cam on the ground. Familiar-looking Cam, that one. Dempsey can line them up. Never been the greatest kick in the world. He's about 45 or 50 metres out, directly in front. Not bad. That's good. North by 14 points.
North by 14 points. Dempsey again, but he didn't quite swat it that time. Oh, there's the captain of Collingwood, Shaw, going through the pack and has been penalised. Tanner. Hold it, Shaw might be reported here. Dempsey's going to get the free kick in retaliation. Shaw followed Dempsey down. The umpire is right there, and Collingwood starting to do stupid things now. The game has started to slip away since those reports, really. Picken, and the mark's being paid. Collingwood 7-21, 63. North Melbourne 12-5, 77. North playing a good brand of football now. Picken. There's McCann. Edwards falling to the ground and not under a great deal of pressure, and it's out of bounds.
19 minutes gone. North Melbourne by 14 points. Old Murphy cleverly to Melrose. Nicely hipped out of the way by Olsen. Let's Burn in to half forward. Banks taken away by Henshaw, who's been a cool customer in the back pocket, to Dempsey, who hasn't missed a mark. McCann onto Melrose. Shepherded by Schimmelbusch very effectively. In short to Murphy. Oh, thought he could have given the hand pass on to Schimmelbusch, who ran past, but Murphy opted not to. Kicks long to full forward. Plenty of Collingwood defenders there. Worthington finds McCormick, and that's good work by the Woods in defence. To Magro, to the wing. Open space here. Morris should be first to the ball. Oh, bad bounce. Cruel luck for Collingwood, and Dempsey copied plenty. On goes Tanner to full forward. Glendenning the leap at the back, almost the mark. Picken diving after it with his usual determination. And umpire Della steps in and will bounce.
He and Magro would be one of the two best divers on a desperate ball in VFL football. Close to North Melbourne's goal. Blight, who hasn't done much today, but Ireland relieves. Oh, he kicks it straight to Tanner, and he finds Easton at centre half forward. They're unmarked everywhere. Collingwood have really fallen to pieces. Melrose. The free kick being paid, not the mark. North Melbourne 77, Collingwood 63.
He's only 45 metres out, directly in front. And a chance to make that margin 20 points. Disastrous third quarter for Collingwood. Melrose has kicked one.
They've kicked 6-1 now, 10 for the quarter. It could have been 7 straight. It's still North Melbourne 18 shots to Collingwood's 28. There's still 10 more scoring shots. Yet North Melbourne lead easily by 15 points. McCormack. Edwards got a bit of a nudge out. Good mark by McCann. Edwards, I think, has dropped his bundle a bit since that report. On to Dench. Dench fires, and it's another North Melbourne goal. 22 minutes gone. Dempsey, one of the architects, against Moore. 2 against Dempsey this time. Tanner nicely bumped by Morris. Ooh, plenty of weight going in there. Edwards squirts the hand pass to Moore, and the big fellow shows tons of toe. To half forward looking for kick. Dench again to the wing. Finds Melrose. Nice bounce. Oh, good handball to Schimmelbusch. Good pass. Bryant. Too far to score, I'd say, this time, although he kicked one from roughly this distance earlier. Dropping in the teeth. Easton from behind the leaper. Picken tackled high and will take the free kick. Collingwood defence under enormous pressure. Good kick from Picken will find Carlson just short of the wing. He decides not to run on. Now gets around Boys, who was in trouble on the practice wicket area. Kick over the centre. Edwards left in the wake of McCann, who missed. Henshaw finds Blight. Kicks as well with the left as with the right. And North look good. Boys to full forward. Now Glendenning with a metre on Stewart. It runs out of real estate. No, still in. Easton. Melrose the lead. Play on. Bryant. It's there. And North going mad in this term. Their 14th goal.
Well, it was a game largely played in 2 halves. Collingwood led by 18 points at half-time, still with inaccurate kicking, but North Melbourne's 10-goal burst in the third quarter set them on the road to victory, and they won at 18-13 to Collingwood's 9-28. And Collingwood, incidentally, had 37 scoring shots to 31, but lost the game quite comfortably. For North, Casson kicked 5 goals and 3 apiece to Bryant, Melrose, and Boys kicked 2, and for Collingwood, Wearmouth kicked 3 goals, and all the rest were singles. So a comfortable victory there to North Melbourne. Well, just before we go on to the replay of the second final match played this weekend, it's come to our attention a bit of real VFL history here, and during the week we were sent this membership card from the Carlton Football Club from 1897, and 1897 was the first year of VFL football. And Mrs. Sullivan from Broadmeadows in Victoria has had this in the family for many years and sent it in to us during the week. And it's interesting to flick through it and see that day by day or Saturday by Saturday during the season, the matches are in different colours, and they're tear-out sections for entry into each match during the season. And as we come to the end of it and have a look at the list of matches during the year, and we see that Carlton in 1897 played practice matches against Royal Park Crescent, Albion